Man, oh man, do I have a story to tell you guys. Alright, this is something super embarrassing that happened to me this past weekend, the weekend before, actually. And I haven't told hardly anyone about it because I just haven't had time, honestly. And I haven't thought about it. But it happened, okay, so some pre-context, some context for the story that happened in the before. So my wife's been having some health issues. It's been rough. It has been rough for her these past few weeks. And so we thought it would be good to get her out of town, to get some nice change of scenery. All right, so we went to Columbus, Ohio. Some people might think about Columbus, Ohio, and be like, "Why the heck would you go there?" But we're from the sticks. I'm from the middle of nowhere, so that place sounds like a lot of fun to us. Really, a lot more fun than what we're used to. So anyway, we go up there, and we're going to go eat at the Cheesecake Factory and go to this really big shopping center up there. So we're at the Cheesecake Factory. We've just walked in. Got some good stuff here. We've just walked in. We're about to get seated. And someone in the family...
Hey, don't shoot.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
I owe you.
Hey, have a good one, boss.
All right.
Man, these things are just everywhere over here. Okay, so we're about to get seated, and someone tells my wife that there is a Jonas Brothers concert in town that night. I was like, oh my goodness, you should not have told her that, because my wife doesn't have to plan things. She can just run in the mill, do something wild, like go to a Jonas Brothers concert and stay all night in a town that we didn't plan to. You know, that can be just how things go. And that's exactly how it went. She told me the price of the tickets. The tickets weren't very expensive. Gotta be careful. I feel like there's people over here. The tickets weren't very expensive, and the hotel wasn't all that bad. So we went ahead and booked the room, and let's reach this real quick. Did I really lose health off of that little fall? My goodness. So we're going to the Jonas Brothers concert. We fool around in town for a little bit before we head out. No big deal. It didn't start super late. Ooh, something crazy going on over there. I have to finish my story. Focus, focus, focus. Alright, so naturally, a Jonas Brothers concert is going to attract a lot of people. And there was a lot of traffic trying to get over there so we could park. I'll save you, buddy. So parking is crazy at this Jonas Brothers concert. Like, it's just wild. So anyway, here we are, trying to follow the traffic, figure out where we're supposed to go. There's permit parking and not permit parking, and we are not permit, naturally, because we're poor and broke like most of you. Let's get up here. There's gotta be good stuff up here. There's always good stuff in some place hard to get to. A battery, yes! So anyway, we find where we're supposed to be going. Where we're supposed to park anyway. And then we end up walking out in a long line of people. More like a cluster. Hey, friend. Friendly, friendly, friendly. Alright, so back to my story. I'm gonna get to tell it. I'm going to get to tell it. I'm going to get to finish it. Alright, here it is. Alright, so we're dealing with the parking, figuring out where we're going to go. There's a bunch of people directing traffic. Actually, a guy who stopped us and like checked our ticket or something like that. I don't remember what he was doing. Paid him? Yeah, we had to pay the guy. I was like, "You get paid pretty good for this?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Ah, that's good." You know, went on about my life. So we find our parking spot. Hey, what's going on, boss? So we find our parking spot and eventually get out the car. We walk over to the street, all right? And while we're over there, there's this, like, we stop for a second, then the crossing guard was waving us on. Like, go ahead across the street. And I was being, like, we were in a group of maybe 20 people. And I was being the most polite person in the group. I looked at this officer who was wearing a hat. Oh, crap. Crap. Oh my goodness. I looked at this officer who's wearing like the hat. You know, it's cold outside, so the big jacket, big poofy jacket. Looked kind of like my stepdad, honestly. I looked at that officer and I said, "Thank you, sir." And the officer replied back, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Oh, you have a good night." In the most feminine 40-year-old voice you've ever heard in your life. And like everybody snaps their head around to look at me because they know I just jacked up right in front of God and everybody. And obviously feeling embarrassed. Oh my, somebody died here. Yo, what happened here? Is this you? Hi, Dan.
Hey, Raider.
Hello.
Okay.
Well, if this is you, good job, dude.
Thanks.
Especially if you deserved it. Oh, I don't know what this is, but it's awesome. Snap grenade. Suddenly, I'm over encumbered. I'm actually really scared of this guy behind me right now. Okay. So anyway. So everybody heard me just mess this up. All their heads just snapped back at me like, oh, man. And so I took like 3 steps. I did the only thing I knew to do. All right, because this chick had a buzz cut, and you could see it under her hat. Looked like a man. I took like 3 steps. I said, loud enough for everybody here. I said, I'm not apologizing. I said, I ain't apologizing. That ain't my fault. I ain't apologizing. Ain't my fault. You gonna be a lady wearing a buzz cut. You gonna be mistaken for a man. Not my fault. I will not apologize to you. Hide from this guy. Fact is, that's like the ugliest haircut for a woman to have. Big facts. All right, you're gonna have a man haircut. You're gonna be mistaken for a man. It just is what it is. You can't do anything else about it. You can't be upset about it. That's for sure, because you chose that daggone haircut. All right, so that was my story. All right, now I will finish the story. I will continue to tell you about the rest of the adventures we had. I need that grape mullen. Okay, it just is what it is. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna pick up the grape mullen. That's part of my mission. Thank you. That guy was like right here somewhere. I'm actually going to try and get out. Right? Screw the mission. Where do I leave?
Head home at the cliffside air shot.
I leave right there. That's where I'm leaving. I've got all this stuff off this guy who died for some reason. I'm just getting out. Uh-oh. I might get more than I bargained for. Bruh, I just ate through so much ammo. That happened right over the hill here. I mean, right over the hill. I don't think it was ARC. There's his body. It was 100% ARC. ARC got him. That's Rocketeer. That's why.
Rocketeer, over there.
I don't need stuff that bad. No, I do not. Could take the snitch scanner, though. It'd be alright. Dude, I came in with, like, regular old stuff. Free loadout. Here we are. Got this great stuff. Take one of these. Resin, snitch scanner. I'm going to replace that with rubber because my daggone chicken gets me rubber. Alright. So after that embarrassment, my wife doesn't even want to walk next to me. She's like, no, I don't know you. Because she gets like secondhand embarrassment so bad. And she's like, don't talk to me. I don't know. You know, she's joking around kind of like. And it was a good time. It was actually one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life when I got inside the arena there. It was the... was it Ohio State's? I don't need anything in here. I don't. Ohio State's basketball arena, I think. All right, and we're in the nosebleeds. All right, we got these seats day of. It's rough, bro. I have never in my life been afraid of heights inside of a building before, but we got up to our like third level seating, and everything, all of it, is so steep. It looks like if you fall and you're vertical, you're just going to be vertical for a while. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to go end over end. You're having a bad day. Like we're in row Q. I don't know if it goes to Z or not, but advanced mechanical components. I'm going to need these. I'm going to need these more than those. Big facts. Okay. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. And we got up through our seats, and I couldn't look out. I couldn't look out from where we were because we were so high. It scared me to death. I'm scared of heights. And, like, my seats were scaring me. That was how it went. Now, the concert went well. I might have gotten sick in the middle of the concert and missed the whole set of American, what are they called? American Rejects. I missed their whole set because I was sick. I was in the bathroom. But I got to see the Jonas Brothers perform. And even though it's not a band I listen to, it was a pretty good ordeal. It really was. I can't complain. All right. So there's my story. Thank you for sticking around for all of it. All right. Like and subscribe to my channel for more content about ARC Raiders and maybe crazy stories about my life. All right. Peace.